Kai Kelly, you owe me some money, beesh.
What's up? I'm the milkman, and this is Trailer Park Garage. Okay, so on this week's episode of Trailer Park Garage, we are going to do the intro with Mary Beth, Scary Beth, Milk Mama,
AKA Sherry Beth, for real.
Sherry Beth. I know her as Mom. So I think this will be really cool because there's a lot of questions that always come in about Mom, or a lot of comments. She got a ton of hate when we went and did the Fastest in America deal. So we're going to sit down for a couple minutes and just talk to her simply about Fastest in America. How did you feel about all the hate mail that came in, and how did you feel about Fastest in America in general?
Fastest in America in general. Well, one, you know that I love racing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely love street racing. Any kind of outlaw gangster shit like that. I love it. I love following you around and watching you fulfill every little thing that you want to do, to see my son get to race with people that he's looked up to his whole entire life and hang out with them and meet them on a level that he's not only, he's not a fan of them, he's becoming friends with them and learning from them and growing in his sport that he loves from all the guys that he looked up to. Now, that being said, to do it, was exciting, and mad respect to JJ, who's always, been good to me. I mean, that's my pal, I say that he's a close personal friend because I believe that, being working with him for a couple of years and just following around and seeing what's going on. But him involving you was a huge deal for me, and getting to watch you do that was pretty cool. Now, Fastest in America played out kind of recklessly at times. I mean, let's be real. We had people that, run their mouth reckless, and they expect, you just stand there and take it? Well, I don't know very many grown men that would have put up with some of the stuff that I heard and was told and said, and I don't.
There was a lot of stuff that was said, and I'll say Chris Varney, for example, because I really don't care now that there ain't no cameras on here. I mean, there is this one, but not, policed heavily,
right,
camera environment. We let the Chris Varney stuff slide a lot, like the things that he said. But
he had to push me to an ultimate level before
absolutely.
I lost my temper.
If there was ever a moment that we seen him at a race or something, we'd keep it civil. But if there was ever to anything said again on like a private property, then it probably would not be good coming from Team Kentucky.
No.
And I
would like to say that we were in a high stress environment,
absolutely,
with a lot of money on the line and a lot of tension, and we all were focused on our own deal. So when Chris stepped in, he was probably just doing his thing, thinking, I'm just going to stir some shit. But he picked the wrong bunch to stir shit with, because we're here to do a job, and we're not going to put up with that.
Right, and if you watch the Vegas cash date, or not Vegas, but the mega cash date that's going on right now, you see him in clips and stuff, bet 500, I'll run your car, not your mouth. That's the biggest mouth running sucker that I know. There's some...
And you can say things like that, but when you start calling people out of their name, like calling females the W word, or calling the female son the B word, just things that's,
You can call me anything in the world, and I know you're the same way, and I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
I'm going to laugh, just like the lady from Wyoming that had the braces in her face. You're a bitch. Well, that might be true, but you owe me a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Pay me the money.
Yeah, I don't care about stuff like that. You can say anything. Last thing I want to do is get physical. Why? Because I'm 120 pounds. You're probably going to whoop my ass. But if it comes to that, win, lose, or draw, if it's something worth fighting for, we're all going to throw down.
That's right.
Simple as that.
And the money was worth the fight.
Absolutely. There was $200,000 on the line.
I'm just talking about the Varney money. There was a $1,000 bet, and then he topped it off with a $5,000 bet.
And and we didn't engage Varney. A lot of people ask that. Why did you come at Varney like that? Well,
no,
we didn't. And Eric Manns, of course, was there. It was between him and Varney's car, but we didn't engage him.
He approached us in our car.
I don't think a lot of people knew who he was until this. So
now everybody knows Otis.
Yeah, now everybody knows him. And a lot of people didn't know us. So if anything, it worked great for Chris Varney.
who is AKA now Otis the Town Drunk.
That is correct. So if anything, it worked great for Varney. And that was really all Fast in America was. We made a bunch of money. We had a huge super time.
Hung out with some of the best, coolest street racers, non-street racers, all of the above.
Absolutely.
90% of everybody in this deal is completely engaged in racing and stand up when it comes to racing. If you break, I'm going to help you, whatever. But there are those times when people get in too much alcohol and they need to, a one night in, for Barney to lock them up for a night and let them sleep it off, and they don't get that. And then things go to the stray when you start talking to people who are focused and ain't got time for it. And
or talk to some straight up gangsters and get slap laid out.
Be careful when you mess with old girl from Kentucky, because she got friends in all of the states.
In every single one of them teams right there, boy. You just don't know it. Oh,
so it might not work out for your advantage. But that being said, I ain't got no hate for Chris. I wish him nothing but the best. If I saw him at a race next week, I'd shake his hand and hope that we got along. But if he wants to talk mad, stupid shit, he will engage with the perfect person.
Yeah, absolutely. and I would say the same. He may see this video, he may not. We're not trying to make it about Chris Varney. But
absolutely.
He's got me blocked on Facebook, so I don't know what's going on there. If we couldn't be friends, I just don't think I could bear it. And I'm struggling at the moment, but...
Well, like I said, that being said, if we saw him, we ain't got no beef with him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's
everybody needs to move on from that, because we're all going to meet up again to race somewhere, and we don't want that drama. But when you bring it, just know that you're going to get it handed right back. That's
right.
And I think people have a problem with me because I didn't just stand there and go, "Oh, okay, I'm a girl. Let you just say all kind of mad shit to me," and me just stand here and take it.
Well, here's one thing: if you were a guy, people would struggle with you. I'm going to say it as another racer. If you were a guy and you came up, and engaged in conversations the way you do, because it's straight up, it's gangster.
People don't like honesty.
You don't give a shit. Yeah, sometimes the truth will set you free. And
but
sometimes it's going to piss you off.
It's going to hurt first.
Yeah, that's fine. But as a guy, if you were a guy that came up doing that to me, I'm going to bark back at you. But because you are a female...
But I never went up to him and barked at him. I did not engage him.
Absolutely. I'm talking about in any engagement. Say if it's right back at somebody. If you were a female, that would be belittling to me. And I think that would be what set me off.
But if it was a guy, it wouldn't bother you that bad, because it's a guy talking shit to you.
Exactly. And it doesn't bother me that way.
So I cut his nutsack off, and that was the problem?
Oh. Well, I'm not saying that if you...
I'm just saying, let me understand, because from a female point of view, here's my point of view. If you put yourself, and I do not condone violence in any way, shape, or form, but there's some females that need to be treated the way they treat. And here's what I know. I never engaged Chris Varney.
Right.
Chris Varney and I exchanged physical hands. That's a fact. And at no point did I back down from his or him back down from mine. And I had no problem with that, because I put myself in that pool to splash around in.
Yeah, absolutely.
That being said, I do not condone violence. It should never come to that. But if you're going to think you're going to owe me $5,000 and I'm not willing to smack you for it, you're crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you know somebody else that's owed $5,000 and they're not willing to stand up for what's right, somebody done snipped theirs too.
Yeah. Cat Kelly's punk ass.
He owe us money? Do he still owe us money?
He owes us a lot of money. Chris Varney owes us $5,000 and Cat Kelly owes us
Chris Varney's is paid full in debt. The group collected that for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's off the list. So Kai Kelly, we're searching for his money. If anybody's got his PayPal account where I could file a claim and possibly get our money, that would be awesome.
He don't pay his bills and he lies.
Oh, Mushy Motor, baby. But anyways, we just wanted to get Mom in here and interactive and see that the TV show Mom and Mom is two different things. Now, a lot of that was carried from the surrounding that we were in. A lot of that was just, it wasn't real deal, but a lot of that was true. I'm upset because someone owes me some money.
Oh, I was upset because someone owed me some money.
And that's the way it is. Now,
you can call me whatever you want to call
absolutely.
me if you don't owe me no money. But if you owe me money and you call me that,
yeah, there's problems, and there's no rules to the shit. There's no rules.
No, and there shouldn't be. If you say it, you pay it. If you stand there and you not only say it, but you shake hands and lock a bet in, you owe that money, Kai. That's just how that goes.
Yeah.
And if they ever play that clip off of the Discovery Channel show that they did not air, they will laugh him out of the United States, and no one will ever want to watch him race again. He was so hustled. beyond hustled out of his money that you're right, I probably did snip them.
Yeah.
They were snipped.
So now that
Castrated.
all of that is out in the air, we hope you enjoy the rest of this trailer park garage video.
Q&A.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Q&A later with Mom so that we can, get a lot of talk time in. So I hope to see you there. And if you got any questions, put them in the comments. But we hope you enjoy the rest of our video.
Amen.
Oh man, it's snowing. We got the packages. Getting everybody's stuff ready to ship out. Boy, it's snowing, boy. Okay, so we have an intake here that is Dad's. It's going on the S10 because he don't want to put the big block in the S10. So we're working on his small block stuff, short blocks at John Boone's house. Potential heads are at Boone's house. Boone has a set of heads that have been ported by him, and I think we really like to have them, so we might get a hold of those. But for the intake, Dad has been pocket porting on it a little bit, messing with it. So for all the people out there that are professional cylinder head and intake porters, I'm not, Dad ain't, we're not. But there's a couple simple things that you can look at and go, hey, we could make more power if we did this, or things would work better if we did this. So Dad has obviously, like I said, poured it on them, but I'm gonna take this piece of little bitty sandpaper here and go over burrs or rough edges. Say he might not have poured it deep up in here, but he's poured it to outsides, and so we might want to get a burr or the casting or something that's in there. A lot of people, old school guys, you hear them talk about, all my intake is ported and knifed edge and polished mirror finish. Dad talks about people saying that all the time. That's not always good. What they mean by the knife edge is, so when you look down into the intake, your runners here, where it starts to split, they've been knife edged. It's sharp as a knife, and they thought that, and it being silky smooth like your flange up here, makes big power. Actually, what makes good power is atomization of fuel. So pretty much when the fuel hits the runner, it hits, some of the rough spots, not really rough, but the textured spots, and it atomizes the fuel, and therefore, cooler, denser fuel, all of that makes more power. So probably gonna get to mess around with this thing and might do a little time lapse on it because I'll probably spend a little bit of time with it. You getting to work, ain't you?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Just happened. Okay, so where we left off last time was everything, all this stuff was laying in the floor. We've now installed the anti-roll bar. You can see here, we've incorporated into a piece of roll bar tubing, mounted the shock brackets off of it. Looks like it's got a lot of angle in it right now, which doesn't please Danny, but I tell you, when it's on the ground, it'll probably be about 5 to 6 degrees, which we feel like it's going to be about 95% effective. We got
95% effective.
Yeah, we got assassin bars. We went assassin bar because a few more adjustments. You can just make it a little bit harder to tune, but you got more tuning capabilities for traction. Getting ready to drill the pilot hose, bolt this sucker up. Sliders are installed, shocks are on, two-way adjustable. Our homemade brackets. Get a good picture of that. I'm proud of them.
I gotta go to the front.
And rear suspension's about done.
I think it. Sonny, do you know what I'm talking about? When they got a shock bracket that comes off and it's like an L.
Yeah.
And you can mount the shock out. I think if we mounted something there to where it would flatten the shock out, then it might work a little bit better.
Well, 10 degrees is 98%.
Right.
Danny's looking for 100.
Yeah, I'm looking for 100. I don't know. I just think of ways that are easier that might work the best.
Well, this is trailer park stuff, so see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can trailer park fab a bracket too.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why we did this is,
And y'all might all prove me wrong.
the only reason why we did this is to actually keep, we could have centered them up, but then the shock would have been down. We would have had to raise this up, and it would have pulled the shock forward, and then the shock would have had to come up in the bed more.
That thing's got a lot of travel.
A lot. And
I wish we had
that's
that much travel on the front
Mhm.
end.
What do you think about these Mustang modified front shock mounts?
Those are the rear shock mounts for
Oh,
us.
is they rear?
Are they
Yeah,
real?
for the bottom.
He pulled them out of a box over there, said he robbed them off a Mustang. So.
Yeah, had them on the 8.8.
Sweet. Well, we're close.
Yep. He's got some tubular control arms coming, which I was just going to cut the centers out. But we'll do that instead. And
I think Billy did that. I think he cut his out.
He did. Yeah. And
His truck's got a lot of travel.
trick springs and some. I guess those shocks we got for the front are double adjustable too, aren't they?
Mhm.
Yeah.
They got like 20 clicks in them.
Down. On camera. You call me?
Backhoe.
That's what I thought you called me.
Yeah, baby.
Hey.
What's that all about?
Oh, we're working on the S10.
Keeps our shop smelling good.
Got one more home drill.
On a ready heater.
Assassin bar back on, you load it up and take it home. It sounds
Yeah,
like
it's coming. It's coming. I can see the little.
See a little dimple.
Yeah. There it goes. See?
Thank God.
Okay. Now, I don't think that's still on. You're gonna say it's too late.
Okay, so that is it for today's video. Thanks everybody who watched. Thanks to everybody who always likes and shares, subscribes, and comments. If you got any questions for our Q&A with Mom, drop them in the comments below. If you got any questions you just want to ask, drop them. We'll try to answer them. We didn't do any of this video, but next time we'll make up for it. We got more race car stuff in this one. So keep it classy, keep banging it through the motor, and keep it trailer park approved. By the way, if you didn't know, go check out the website. We'll post a link in the description. And check out our stickers and our shirts. We're making Trailer Park Garage shirts, so everybody be on the lookout. But for now, our inventory's up and stocked and everything on there, so everybody go check it out. Thanks for the support.